The Supreme Court upheld the CAS decision, ruling in favor of the seamen. The employers were ordered to pay the seamen their wages, damages, and authorities' fees. The seamen were entitled to moral and exemplary damages due to the wrongful breach of contract, illegal dismissal, and bad faith action of the employers. A group of Filipino seamen brought a lawsuit in this case, alleging unlawful contract breach, wrongful termination, and damages against their employers. The sailors were then returned to the Philippines after being unceremoniously fired from their jobs without cause. The sailors' employers, ANS, Vulcanus Oslo, and NFD, International Money Agents, contended that they were guilty of desertion, mutiny, insubordination, and conspiracy. The employer's disciplinary complaint was dismissed by the Philippine Overseas Employment Administration on the grounds that the claims were not supported by sufficient evidence. The sailors complained to the NLRC about damages, unlawful termination, and violation of contract. The seafarers won their case before the NLRC, which ordered the employers to reimburse them for lost wages, damages, and legal costs. The NLRC granted the employers move for reconsideration after they submitted it. The employers then submitted to the Supreme Court a petition for review of certiorari. As per the Supreme Court's ruling, the employers were unable to present sufficient proof to bolster their allegations of mutiny and conspiracy. The court also determined that the sailors' dismissal was carried out in bad faith and that they were not granted due process prior to it. The sailors were entitled to exemplary and moral damages. The employers' allegations of mutiny and conspiracy were not substantiated by any evidence. Prior to their termination, the sailors were not granted a fair trial. The sailors were fired in an unjust manner. The sailors were entitled to exemplary and moral damages. In support of the seamen, the Supreme Court maintained the CS finding the seamen's salaries, damages, and legal costs were ordered to be reimbursed to their employers. Because of the employer's illegal termination, bad faith, and wrongful contract violation, the seafarers were entitled to moral and exemplary damages.